I watched Jillian Michaels' Jubilee video, and I was working out in my home gym at the time, and I almost dropped my barbells when I heard the nutritionist go, I don't use the O word. I call my patients fat bodied. That's how we refer to them as now. Ma'am, if I went into the nutritionist when I was 300 pounds and morbidly obese and she looked at me and called me a fat bodied person, I probably would have went into a spiral. To me, and I know this was kind of what Julian Michaels was touching at, it's ridiculous to try to rename this stuff. These are medical terms, okay? They're not meant to insult a person. I believe that everyone deserves equal respect, equal treatment, no matter how large you are. Because it doesn't matter how big you are, if you're morbidly obese, if you're underweight. That doesn't say what's in your heart. That doesn't say what's in your soul. That doesn't judge your character or you as a person. It just doesn't. So to try to create these different little names or different acronyms now to try to make people feel more comfortable where they're at, I just don't think that's a good idea. I am glad that my doctor printed out the paperwork and handed it to me, and that I read morbidly obese, because that term, that medical term, made me feel so uncomfortable that I lost 116 pounds and I'm losing the last 19 pounds. That made me feel uncomfortable, and I did not want to ever go back to feeling that way again, because it all kind of came flooding back to me that, like, hey, not only am I morbidly obese, like, I'm feeling the side effects of it, but I was just trying to shove it down and ignore it. I was feeling the being out of breath all the time, not being able to pick up my children for more than a few minutes, not being able to run around and play with them. If we went anywhere, even during fall time when it's cold where I live, we would go to the pumpkin patch, drenched with sweat as soon as we got there. I could never wear cute fall outfits because I was constantly drenched in sweat. Always had to have my hair up because I was constantly sweating, and it was embarrassing, and it freaking sucked, okay? So I don't think we should be making cute, cozy terms to try to make people feel more comfortable with being morbidly obese. Let's just call it what it is. If you're overweight, if you're obese, morbidly obese, you know, you have to deal with it. You have to face it head on. And yeah, it's a bitch. It's not fun at first to try to get that weight off. It definitely freaking sucks, but it's possible. And I 100% agree with Jillian Michaels when she was saying that we don't need to be trying to rename this stuff. It's a medical term.